I would say I just had to just take it up and chop them. Stuff happens. Sometimes we get in the flow of things and we're just not all on the same track. And so you just got to weather a storm. And so you just got to fix things. And so that was one of my main focuses for the Arkansas State game, knowing that they're not like a top five or power five team. This is a game you can work your technique and what you need to work on.
Is it just, I don't know, harder for you to go like ultimate tempo?
I would say so. Once I'm going full speed, like it's hard for me to slow down. So sometimes I get off the ball a bit faster than everybody else. So I really can't say much because I really just want to be the fastest off the ball. I'm the biggest guy, so I think that's my hand. I'm the biggest guy, so I feel like I gotta like have that. Maybe not as an advantage, but like just something in the back of my head.
Other than that, the first two games, how do you think it's gone for you?
I think it's went well. The only thing I can do is just keep getting better and better for next week.
Ryan Day the other day said that he's proud of the way the run game's worked, but said there's still things to clean up. When you evaluate how you guys have done in the run game, what do you think you guys need to clean up?
We just say we just go to practice. Honestly, that's the only thing that we can do. Scout period, we go as hard as we can. We make sure we're taking it serious. Make sure we send the looks the same looks that we're seeing on the film, and make sure we're implementing it on the field. And I feel like once we do that, and once we take the scout reps until the game, I think that's what's helping us and lead us to some success.
You guys have a lot of night games on your schedule. Just curious, is there something about those night games being under the lights that bring out a little bit more?
Like it kind of like makes it showtime, honestly. So like, especially with this Toledo game coming up, it kind of gets you prepared for not trying to jump ahead for the next week, which is another night game. So I mean, you can only think one game ahead for sure, but I think it prepares us for most of the season, which are night games. And so I feel like with this steady pace of us having night games, kind of prepares us maybe for next year if we had a night game. And you just never know what goes on.
Do you zone in when you're on the field, or do you take in a little bit of atmosphere?
I try to take it in at least like when I first go out there for the first warm up when I'm just still like in my warm up gear. But once I put my pads on, I feel like I just lock in totally. Like for the Notre Dame game, I had seen LeBron and like me myself, I love LeBron. That's my favorite player all the time. And so I'm going up to go shake his hand, but like we just locked eyes, and so he just gave me a head nod, and I feel like honestly I was just so locked in, I didn't need nothing else to get ready for that game.
Does that give you a little bit of an edge
Yeah,
when
that's what
there's
I'm.
a lot of
Yeah,
people in the
yeah,
crowd?
that's what I'm. Yeah, that's what I feel like in my head. I was like, you get the head nod from LeBron, you just gotta go clown.
I know he doesn't line up next to you, but just from watching in practice or watching film, your impressions of what Donovan Jackson's doing right now, maybe especially in terms of the run game.
I love Donnie. Donnie comes to practice prepared every day. He wants to work. He goes hard. He's a little bit younger, so sometimes you don't even not looking crazy because Donnie knows when he messes up. So it's not like he's like just gets totally down on himself, but he definitely gets kind of discouraged. And you kind of just need to uplift him and sort of say. But I think Donnie's coming along well for sure.
It seems like such a nice guy. When they're nice guys and they're young guys like that, you guys have to teach them how to be nasty, not dirty on the field, but nasty.
I would say so. I wouldn't say Donnie's more nasty than me, but he's from Texas, so he's kind of like got it in him. I would say a little bit, but definitely got to teach him just a little bit. Like this is what you got to do. Like this is how you finish, and like sometimes you just let up when you can just keep going the extra +2.
What impresses you about him though when he gets it right?
I love his pass set. Honestly, he looks like some of the pros sometimes when he sets. It's just so square. It's so square when he sets them. I honestly try to take some of his game, but it's kind of hard just with him on the left. But when he was on the right, I definitely looked at some of his sets, just how his hands are steady and pace.
You've now got a few games under your belt at your new weight. How do you feel?
I feel good. Just sometimes losing the weight, you just gotta get accumulated to it for sure. But definitely with me losing all that, I feel like I move faster off the ball. Sometimes I get off the ball too fast and kind of like get out of whack just because like I'm just not used to it, or some players are just not used to the speed of my big self going off the ball that fast. So sometimes I feel like it can be like a win and a minus. So I just gotta manage it, I would say.
Dawand, how have you seen Caden Curry grow over the course of this year?
I see him grow a lot. Honestly, we he's on the scout team sometimes, so when we have a good rusher for that week and he comes over and is the rusher for us, I feel like he gives us a great look. Whether it's Foskey, Toledo, Arkansas State, it doesn't matter who it is. I think Caden's coming along well. Just like today, we had a good practice. He had a couple moves, but it's good on good. I feel like he's gonna be a top 10 player for sure one day.
You like seeing another
Last
Indiana
question.
guy making plays out there?
I love it, just lined up against somebody from Indiana. Me and Caden, people don't know this, like we ride home all the time. So like we talk about what we're gonna do during this season, what we're gonna do during practice, and so just seeing like stuff for him come true and stuff for me come true, and just stuff we talked about on the ride home and the ride back here, I feel like it's just honestly, just guys, thank God, nothing but God for that.
Thanks, Shalon.